from home, wife of Atlanta. How are y'all doing? So today I just wanted to go over everything that I accomplished in 2022 in terms of weight loss and fitness and health. Now, on this channel, we focus more on fitness as a whole, not just losing, a certain amount of pounds, because your overall health and your overall, well-being, it's not about a particular weight. It's not about a particular number. It's about how you feel from day to day. It's also about where you started from and in the process of fitness, not just, hey, I lost, 30 pounds. I'm good. Now I'm done. In terms of wellness and just staying healthy and having a healthy mindset, it's a never-ending process. So what I hope that you guys have gathered from this channel is that you can have fun and you can also meet your weight loss and fitness goals at the same time. So, over here in the Fancysphere, we try to have as much fun as possible, but we also try to get our goals accomplished. Now, in terms of weight loss, weight is something that I struggled with quite a bit after having my oldest child, my son, who will be 13 this month. So after, having him, I gained 37 pounds. And, I told this story before, but I was in the line at Publix in South Florida, and there was an elderly man right behind me in line, and he was like, oh, so you're expecting? And I was like, well, my son is 5 months old. And he looked at me and he was kind of like astonished. And he was like, ooh, you have work to do, right? So I could have been offended and cried myself to sleep that night. But what I decided to do instead was change, So I kind of started the process when I got back here to Atlanta after that trip to South Florida to visit family. I was like, I have to do something. So I started walking a lot. And that's how I started, just walking. And then I lost all of that weight and some. And then, over the years, I picked up a little bit more weight. But when I had my daughter, who is 4 years old, well, she'll be 5 next month. But when I had my daughter, I gained another 37 pounds. Isn't that odd? Well, but that time around, I knew what it took to lose that weight, and also I knew that it's more about staying consistent. So that is the lesson that I learned, before I started this process. So if you look back over this channel, my first video was me just taking my morning walk. So I walk quite a bit, and I've walked quite a bit And I've taken you guys, along with me on my journey of walking. So, about a year ago, a little over a year ago actually, we started doing dance aerobics workouts on this channel at 8 a.m. live. Now, I knew that a lot of people weren't gonna wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning to, work out with me, but I wanted that accountability. I think that number one, accountability is so important. And you guys, my fancy, fabulous friends, were a big part of that accountability for me, because we had 3 seasons, 60 episodes each of those 30-minute dance aerobic workouts on this channel, and I didn't miss one. It was Monday through Friday, and that's a lot of time. And I didn't miss any of those workouts, and they were live, Some mornings I didn't feel like it, but I said, you know what? My fancy, fabulous friends, they're counting on me. Right? At least that's what I told myself. So I woke up and, I was ready, and that is a huge part of my process of losing 30 pounds in 2022, just holding myself accountable. And I'd like to thank you guys for helping me hold myself accountable. Now, the next thing is number 2 is consistency. So I stayed consistent with that. And then I added diet. So I started intermittent fasting. So I tried not to eat after 6 p.m. Was it difficult? It was in the beginning, but I got used to it, and I also weighed myself pretty much every day. So that held me accountable as well, going back to the first point, just kind of holding myself accountable. And I stayed consistent with weighing myself just so I could kind of see my progress from day to day. And sometimes, and it didn't really, it wasn't a bad thing in terms of weighing myself every day. I just it helped me stay consistent, because consistency in whatever you're trying to do is going to help you reach your goal. So I stayed consistent with weighing myself. I stayed consistent with the intermittent fasting, stayed consistent with those 30-minute workouts. And so during the last season, 3rd season of Fancy Fit Club, I started jump roping. And jump roping for me changed the game in terms of weight loss, right? So I lost, I would say, about 10 of those 30 pounds was probably solely just because I was jump roping. And I started jump roping during those 30-minute workouts. And about 6 weeks after I started jump roping, I started doing 1,000 jumps a day, Monday through Friday. And I worked my way up to that point, and now I can't do any less than 1,000 jumps whenever I jump rope. And so this year, I want to keep the consistency going. However, I don't really need to lose much weight at this point. So I do want to do the 1,000 jumps, but I am going to do it 3 times a week. So 3 times a week, 1,000 jumps. It only takes me 15 minutes to do that at this point, because I just stay consistent with it. And I jump pretty fast, and I don't have to like take, breaks like I did when I first started. So that was number 2, consistency. All right, now number 3 is fun. So when I jump rope, I listen to all types of music and upbeat music, and I love music. It's a lot of fun for me. So that helps me with the fun component. And you guys know Fancy Fit Club, I tried to keep it high energy, had a lot of fun doing that as well. And whenever I go hiking with my husband, we have a good time as well. So I try to stay, I try not to take weight loss so seriously. Like I always try to keep fun, like in the forefront of my mind, because I'm just the type of person, like I like to have fun, and that motivates me to keep going. So fun is awesome. I mean, also I used to have fun trying to cook very delicious meals. Like I would play around with different spices with my vegetables, and I used to like experiment with different types of smoothies, different types of meals. Like I make some really good eggplant parmesan, squash casserole, like all types of like vegetable dishes. Like I'm like for real. And to add eggplant parmesan, like I figured out a way to cook it where it's not as I don't say fatty, but with less of the like you can like grill it in terms of and not have to use breadcrumbs. So I learned kind of how to alter the different ingredients to keep the weight loss down, and to keep the calories down with different meals, and that became fun to me. So diet, having fun with that, and not thinking of cutting calories or eating less or all of that, not thinking of that as like, oh, I'm on a diet. No, I didn't think of that at all. I was like, look, I've changed my lifestyle, so I want to make the most of this. And that's what I did. So fun, number 3, definitely extremely important. And I would say the 4th point is motivation. Motivation. So I would gain a lot of motivation through different like social media videos. Also, I joined health groups on social media. I'm a member of, a few Facebook groups, and they have different challenges, and I always try to participate in those challenges. And so also, as a homeschool mom, now, like just taking that a step further, like whenever I am in a group, such as like a homeschool group, I always try to get ideas from different moms in this, instance in terms of the homeschool groups, different moms in the groups. And I always try to give advice and get feedback that way as well. And I gain motivation in helping other people because I really understand what it feels like to try and try and try and try and not to get the results that you are striving for. And a lot of times we don't get the results that we want because we are not implementing these very points that I'm discussing today. So bringing it all back, right? We have, the consistency, the accountability, right? Fun, motivation, right? Those are 4 key components that help me lose the 30 pounds. And I truly hope that if you all implement those 4 key points in your fitness program, in your weight loss journey, you will be successful. Because when you implement those 4 key components, it's like you're closing the back door. And that's what you have to do. It's a decision. You have to decide to be about that life. That's what it's all about. Not talking the talk, but walking the walk. And with that motivation, joining support groups, watching videos or listening to, different talks, reading books, also talking to the people that are the closest to you and communicating to them what you're trying to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. And my kids, my husband, they will hold you accountable. So definitely use family, because they're there with you in real life, and bring them along, get them excited about your fitness journey. So guys, I hope this helps, because that's what this channel is all about. It's about living your best life, right? And how are you going to live your best life when you are not able to accomplish the goals that you set for yourself? So I do want to take this time to, of course, give praise to the Most High. Of course, to thank my family and my friends. I'd like to thank all of my fancy fabulous friends. And if you've watched this video and you would like to join the Fancysphere, come on in. You are welcome. You are welcome. So, guys, thank you for listening today. And also, those Facebook groups that I'm a part of, I love them and they're awesome for me. So we started a Fancy Fabulous Friends Facebook group. So guys, join the group, all right? And if you are already a part of the Fancy Fabulous Friends group, contribute. Share a motivational video, share, inspirational quotes. This is a community and we want to be the best, and we want to represent for our community, right? And we want people to say, hey, those fancy fabulous friends, I'm telling you, all of those fancy fabulous friends, they're awesome. They meet their goals, they're always positive. So, gotta represent for our tribe. So guys, thank you. It's been awesome. Again, I'm Tania, the work from home wife of Atlanta. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye.